Hello, welcome to our GNT series. I'm here with Matt from BOQ, owner and operator, Matt.
Correct,
Yeah,
that's me.
excellent. And so I wanted to share some stories that Matt has for us today in terms of his financial steps that he's gone through over his life and career.
Yep.
Becoming an owner of a bank, which is pretty cool.
Does sound very glamorous. It was.
Absolutely. So Matt, tell us a little bit about yourself briefly, about where you're from. And
No, thanks Glenn for having me. Appreciate the time. So my story, just in a quick nutshell, I've been with banking 13 years or so, all with BOQ. Started off as a teller, as a bit of a career change for me at the time of my life, and loved just dealing with people, interacting on how I can help them achieve their financial goals, and was just really addicted to that. Loved doing it, and been here ever since.
So you started off working behind the counter, so on the front line, so to speak.
On the front line, counting
the dollars.
Counting the dollars, taking the checks in, and it was a good kind of first lesson on what to do and what not to do.
Yeah. So what inspired you to then take this leap of where you are now today, from being a teller?
Yeah, it was definitely not something initially, the initial goal. You
didn't come into it.
No,
I want to own a bank.
I'm owning this place.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't the first thought, but one thing led to another. Got into the home lending, investment lending, commercial, and so one thing led to another, and had the opportunity to potentially buy in to the business. And I've always wanted to be a business owner.
Yeah.
I think the challenges and the reward that go with that. Why wouldn't I have a crack at doing that?
Yeah.
And so it certainly wasn't taken lightly to jump into it, but it was over a few years, and then got the opportunity. I thought, let's have a go.
Did you have like a mentor, or like how did you sort of get out to being self-employed in this space that we're in today?
Yeah, something a little bit different. Fortunately for me, I bought in with a couple of business partners.
Right. Okay.
So having that experience and that and first-hand approach. To rely on them or others around the place as well was critical for myself to
so
jump
skin
in.
in the game,
correct,
so to speak.
Yep.
And then that sort of, I suppose, is you don't have to then bite off more than you can chew, sort of thing. You can slowly dip your toe in. Is
correct.
That works?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, as a one-man operator, it's always going to be resting on your shoulders to do everything or be over everything, and it's very difficult, running a business to be, having everything covered, all by yourself. So having that shared approach was definitely key.
Yeah, nice, excellent. And so during this journey of then becoming self-employed and an owner, has there been any sort of financial events that you might be able to share with us that you've
It's all been just smooth sailing, mate.
Excellent. Wow. Tell us about the smooth sailing.
No, that's a lie.
Yeah.
Look, there's always ups and downs, mate. In business, you know that. So. You just got to take the good with the bad. I mean, for myself personally, I've been in the shoes of Struggle Street. Yeah. So I can kind of understand where people are at sometimes, especially for a first-time buyer. They're stringing together, their 5% deposit or whatever it might be for them.
Yeah.
I've been there. A lot of people have as well. So you got to be relatable. And so for me, I was stuck in a situation where I had a 5-year fixed home loan.
Okay.
When rates were going this way and stuck up high, and it really limited myself and my wife to what the next step was.
Right, okay. And so with the 5 years going into that, what was the plan around why you went into the 5 years with interest rates going like that? What was the story?
Yeah, well, the person helping us at the time thought that was the best solution.
Yeah, okay.
We didn't quite understand what that meant and the implications, and that really stopped us moving to the next step. We were in a little unit with a little bub, and thinking, our payments were stretched.
Yeah, wow.
And we're thinking, what are we doing? And so I just remember that experience. Going, I got to make sure that I'm not putting anyone into a potential hardship position. And making sure I know that if we can help them now, but also what the next step is for them. So that understand their goals. Not only today, but in the next 5 years or so. So that really helps understand and give people the right tools to move forward. You know what I mean?
And so with your situation then, with a 5-year term, what happened after that?
Yeah, once it's finished, I celebrated. And it gave us options. It gave us flexibility to pick and choose what we wanted to do.
Yeah. Because it tied you down to that one place.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
It really locked us in.
Yeah. Okay.
To what we affordability.
Right. Okay.
I guess was the biggest thing.
Yep.
And we wanted to move. We wanted to repurchase a family home.
Yeah. Okay.
And the budget just wasn't allowing it.
Because this is the thing about fixed rates too, isn't it? Is that they can set some consistency for people getting a fixed rate, which is quite a positive thing. But you just got to be careful of the risk. That's what I'm finding from you.
True. There's nothing wrong with fixed rates.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with fixed rates. It gives it's great because it gives you peace of mind.
Yep.
Knowing what your set repayments are and knowing that that's not going to change for that period.
Yeah.
The variable can be, you might be at the whim of the markets where they go up or down.
Yeah.
But it just gives you a little bit more flexibility to sell, upgrade, renovate, change your loan, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So it's from my point of view, it's critical to understand what your plans are.
Yeah. Okay.
And what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
So I can help
So
you with that.
right, wrong, or indifferent about fixed rates is like having a plan first, and then the fixed rate idea or variable should come into the plan after the fact, shouldn't it?
Correct. Well, a lot of people ask me, what's your best rate?
Yeah.
And it might be a fixed rate.
Yeah, right.
But might not be suitable for you.
Yeah, true.
So, you know, when someone asks me a fixed rate, it depends.
Yep.
What are you trying to achieve?
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Yeah. And so then being a business owner, what's some enjoyable things that you've had and probably not so enjoyable things, or what surprised you perhaps as a business owner?
Yeah, look, it's never a dull moment. Never a dull moment as a business owner. There's always something. There's always a challenge. You just feel like you're constantly problem solving.
Right. Okay.
Which can be draining.
Yeah.
But
perhaps more of late than in the past.
Yeah, with COVID and coming into play, you're just going, well, are we? How do we keep running a business?
Yeah.
How do we keep the wheels moving, so to speak?
Yeah.
So there's always challenges and that sort of thing as well.
And so when you do come across challenges, because I absolutely relate to what you're saying there, is what sort of techniques or strategy have you got to overcome a challenge?
I think the biggest thing is you've got to have a team around you, like as in the right team, not only staff-wise, but also key people that you can talk to about the problem-solving issues. Fortunately, my business partners, I see them as my team, and also some regional managers that I can rely on to go, hey, look, we're struggling here, or we need some help, or what should we do here in this situation? So you got to have those people you can turn to and talk openly about what the issue is, and go, we need to come up with a solution. Because with the BOQ set up like as an owner manager, is it right to say like franchise? Is that the right word? Definitely.
So with that, is there from because there's businesses out there that do run like a franchise setup. So getting like help from above, so to speak, is that another thing? Is that the benefits of a franchise?
Absolutely, the support and the systems in place that you can rely on, and just talk to those people openly about what challenges you're facing and how you can overcome them, whether it's sales or compliance or whatever the case might be from that point of view, because there's so many moving parts, there's so many changes in regulation or policy or other types of things that are changing from day to day.
Lots of different policies and compliance in the finance world.
You've got to keep up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have to.
Yeah, absolutely. Very important. So Matt, I'm just going to throw a bit of a curveball question here. From we're talking about money today, and obviously owner manager of a bank. What was your first experience? Can you remember with money? Can you recall?
Oh, okay, that's a good one. I remember early days in primary school. We had the old Dolomite accounts. And we were encouraged to put our savings together, and I had to write it down, how much you deposited, how much the actual balance was, and it was going up. You're like, well, I'm winning. Yeah. And then
because you saw it keep building.
Correct, because God knows how you meant to withdraw it. I don't know. How you meant to get this money? Am I allowed to spend this one day or what?
Did you really even have a signature at that age?
No, I don't know. I don't know what happened with that money, to be honest. I don't know how I accessed it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And what did that teach you as at that time? On reflection now as a bank owner.
I think the key is to savings.
Yes.
Is it doesn't matter what you save.
Yeah.
Even if it's a little bit. Yeah. Just consistently do it.
Consistently
do it is better.
Do we call that compounding, Matt?
Compounding. I love you. Love your thinking, mate. You're all over that. But definitely consistency is a key. Yeah. Because it's easy to go, throw $1,000. Yeah. And then not do it for another few weeks or another month or two, and you go,
it's a little bit each time. It's interesting because before coming here today and doing this interview with you, Matt, I spoke to my boys this morning. They're 9 and 11, and I said, I'm going to meet a guy that owns a bank. And I was hoping for a really great reaction. There was not really much of a reaction. But on that is with the boys with their savings is that we have the jars. And so
it's visible.
Yeah, so it's visible.
Yeah.
And so they have an allocation of money that they get each week for jobs that they're doing. And there's some jobs that they do that they don't get paid for. And then there's other jobs that they'll get paid extra. Because my belief around finance for kids is that there's just not enough education.
Yeah.
And so by teaching them the pros and cons of how money flows, as in money in, money out, and making not so great choices where they're spending, but learning from that, I think that's the key. So I'm not too much of a person saying, well, you shouldn't spend your money on that or whatever at this stage. It's more about just letting them, have the feel of figuring it out as they go.
Have those lessons.
Yeah, have those lessons.
Lessons are hard knocks.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Matt, so takeaway from today is a really good point on the saving side of things is to not necessarily it's a big lump sum to put in and then that's great, but chipping away and putting it away regularly.
I think so. Yeah. It just forms that habit,
Yep. And then also we're talking about going into business, having basically really good mentors around. And if you're going to get some skin in the game, just be careful of how much you're going to bite off all at once, or chew a little bit.
Manageable.
Yeah, manageable bits. And then the last one was with regards to fixed rates and all those sorts of things, just being mindful of that in terms of planning first. Hey,
just know what your goals are. I guess.
Yeah, excellent.
Sounds good, mate.
Lovely. Thanks, Matt. Thank you very much, guys, for your time. And any questions that you have, absolutely reach out and make contact. Now, Matt, because this is GNT, we've got a bit of gin here, I think. Here we go. This is for you. Thank you, sir.
Mate, thank you.
Pour away if you want. And also, we've got another little pressie for you as well. So thank you,
Matt Glennon.
Thank you.
Much
appreciated.
Good
Thank
on
you. Thanks very much for your time. Thanks, guys. See you later.
Yeah.
For more wisdom, help and support with your financial future, reach out to Glenn at fairwayfinancial.com.au.